NBC Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers.
To kick off for the Falcons.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 30, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 77 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
First and 10, Eason, a slant to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Eason sets to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Ball carrier.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
To throw on third down, Eason. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
This is taken around the 12. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On second down, McCaffrey. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Play action now, Prescott. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. Prescott from the gun. Open man is Anderson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their head. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. It's going to set him back 5 yards. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. But a flag is down here, so hold on. Let's see what this is about. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
They run. It's Gurley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They go play action with Eason. Eason gets hit, and the ball pops free. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Eason. He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Falcons, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
A About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
At the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd and 2, Eason. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Atlanta.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun is Eason. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
18 on the play.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And this is caught at the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point.
Sterling Hawkrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. This is McCaffrey. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
a stop. That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. Now Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Falcons grab it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13.
Sterling Hawkrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
Down at the 28.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Prescott. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. McCaffrey. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game.
Isaiah Oliver brought him down. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 28-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the end. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. Now Ito Smith. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Off the bootleg. Eason. Blitz coming, and down he goes. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Second down, here's Eason. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
3rd and long.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Eason to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll go down at the 28. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. Prescott now. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Looking deep for Julio. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors.
And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Here's Eason off the play fake, going for it all. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Here's Gurley. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And it's third down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. It's caught. Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And now the Falcons are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 27, Prescott. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
For DJ Moore.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. 3rd down here.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Prescott yet again. And that is incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st down, Atlanta.
This is Smith. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jeremy Chin there defensively. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Off the bootleg, Eason. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Score Falcons 28, Panthers 21.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close.
He's got daylight. 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28.
We'll tie the game, 28 all.
So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Eason. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
Looking downfield for Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
38-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
He's going to look deep for more. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Christian McCaffrey.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Complete.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, it's tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. From the gun, Eason. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Do that again, baby. Do it again.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Operating from the gun, Eason. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Eason on second down. The left side completion to Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Sterling Hawkrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. The Panthers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third and 9.
He's crazy. He's checking crack. SOS.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll throw on first down with Eason. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 36 yards on the play.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
It's now second and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. It's Eason. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Prescott on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
It's now
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Prescott to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts.
30-yard line.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
A 47-yard attempt.
And And his kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts him back within one score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts, but without that third one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Noah Spence in on the stop. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, they run with Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And they, in fact, will throw it. Escaping the press. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at about the 14. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Prescott eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. Back to throw. And they do not get it. It's incomplete. They went for the win, and the big gamble does not pay off.
Panthers 44.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And this will make it into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
They're on 19-yard line.
Down to a knee goes Eason, and that should just about do it.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Carolina, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.